Jason.
And I'm Jules.
And
we doing filmographies.
Thanks for tuning in during the Spike Lee run. Tonight, a special treat. A Spike Lee film that is not a Spike Lee film.
Yeah, who'd have thunk it?
That's right. He's just an actor.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, I'm ready.
Do you think it was his pull that got all of these people in this movie? Or they just mentioned we got a new movie opportunity and Spike Lee's attached to it. And they were all like, oh, he's going to be directing and he wants me to be in it.
Well, that kid's his protege, right? And by kid, I don't know what this guy looks
guess.
like. I assume that means he's working on the films doing something, so he would know all those people.
You think?
Yeah, so maybe
Okay.
he tapped them all.
Danny
I don't
Glover?
know. It is paying jobs here, not Danny Glover.
I mean, none of these folk heretofore have been in a Spike Lee movie.
What's that? Well, I guess quite a few of them, but like Mike Starr.
Well, Mike's, I mean, you know.
Jeez, is there not really that many of them? Paul,
yeah, Mike and Paul. But I mean, like, you would think Pam Grier, but no. You'd think maybe Danny Glover, but no.
I wouldn't really think Danny Glover would be in a Spike Lee movie.
I don't see why not.
I don't know that
Maybe
seems
Delroy
like
Lindo's dad in something.
I don't think Danny Glover's got that vibe to him, really.
He doesn't really. You know what? He feels like he took a sizable break. Maybe that's an incorrect assumption, but
Yeah, he might just be doing whatever movies that
I
we
feel
don't hear
like
about.
he's in movies and then he's gone for 5 years, 6 years, and then he comes back. He does Dumbo Drop, and then he's gone, and then he's back, and then he's gone, and
He's probably got a family. You know, his son Donald Glover.
mm-hmm. You know,
Go ahead.
Danny Glover is one of those guys. He got old young,
Mm-hmm.
and he just now looks exactly the same for the next 50 years.
Kind of, yeah. I was shocked to see Stacy Keach was alive today. I feel like I look him up every now and then. I'm like, how the fuck is he still alive?
Yeah, I feel like you said he was dead in something a movie we were talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
Was it
It's unbelievable to me
Wildcats?
that he'd be alive.
Because his brother's in there?
Mike, what's his name?
Keach?
Yeah, but what's the guy from Last Boy Scout? Is that why you're saying it's his brother? That's not who you're talking about?
Oh, no, not the guy who looks like the news anchor from Family Guy.
Yeah.
The husband, the ex-husband.
Oh, he is a Keach?
Yeah.
Oh.
I told you he's in Moving Violations.
You're always bringing up moving violations. What's it going to be one of your god-awful picks? I'm sorry.
But this movie, so I'm just going to name a bunch of people that are in it
Yeah.
in the event that I forget to touch on them
Yeah.
at some point. Aasif Mandvi,
Yeah, not for very long.
fakest beard of all time.
Yeah. He's pretty good.
He's great.
I
was like, damn, this is going to be good. And then he's dead. Spoiler alert.
Is this the movie where he's talking about God's beauties all around us, or is that a different movie I was watching?
I think that's the sentiment of the conversation he has. Because he talks to Danny Glover in the beginning, right?
Yeah, and they have like a nice moment.
Yeah.
Daytime and nighttime, guys.
Right.
Glover's going home. He's getting on the shift.
Except Glover is actually going to be doing a second shift.
Yeah, well, thanks, Jules.
Although, is that another day? It must be another day.
I don't know.
Time is of no relevance in this movie. Obviously, Pam Grier, our boy Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah, doing an accent.
A really thick accent. And
Is
then,
he not? I guess I assumed he was always like Italian. Is he not Italian?
I assumed he was too.
Yeah, he seems Italian.
But he's, what, Puerto Rican in here?
I don't know.
Not that it should matter, guys, but his father is Italian and his mother is Cuban.
And then John Ortiz, who was his curly-haired friend.
Yeah, I was like, that guy. That's not, fuck, there's a comedian. Is that El Madrigal? That's not El Madrigal. Who is that guy? He's in a million things. That's that chubby face guy. And then I was like, oh, okay, John Ortiz. I did not know his name, but I was like, yes, he's in a million things.
Danny Hawk.
Oh, White Boys?
White Boys.
He's been working for a long time. I have I don't know that it's a grudge, but like a distaste for him from that movie being so terrible.
He was like Michael Rappaport. Like just down and in. And then people start to question their authenticity the older they get.
I feel like it seems like he's a solid character actor,
Yeah.
but they gave him that shitty showcase. It's just like, fuck you, I hate you.
Well, because I liked his one-man, what is it, Jails and Hospitals? Hip-Hop Jails and Hospitals, I think it's called.
What?
Jails, hospitals, and hip-hop.
It's a one-man show.
Him?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be talking that, even though I'm from New York. But what's that? A color, a race, or a state of mind? A class of people, a culture? Is it a rhyme? If so, then what the hell am I, you might be saying? We'll see if you can follow this flow, cause I ain't playing.
I wanted to make a joke when you said the name of the one-man show.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember any of John Leguizamo's one-man shows. I was gonna say the name of one of those, but I can't remember them.
John Leguizamo kind of fashioned himself a little bit after Danny Hawk, I think.
Shut up.
Bones Malone is in here too, and he's in White Boys also.
Which one is Bones Malone? One of the rappers?
He's the killer
that you never see.
You don't see.
Okay.
I thought it was Spike Lee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, that sounds a little like Spike. Plus, he's going after his ring.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Spike Lee. I elbowed myself.
Yeah.
That's Spike Lee. Yeah, Paul Calderon.
Yep.
Guru.
Is that one of the rappers?
Yeah. The other one is who was it? Tretch, I think. Was that Tretch from Naughty by Nature? The one with the boombox?
Those guys, they make me mad.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
I don't either. Because they were going to like facilitate a gang rape.
Right. Like what?
She's totally being cool.
That's your cab driver. You harassed her the whole time?
Yeah.
You hear the other cab drivers say things like, I don't pick up the blacks. I don't pick up the, what is the other?
Puerto Ricans.
I don't pick up the blacks. I don't pick up the Puerto Ricans. It's like, come on, guys. Don't fucking reinforce that shit by being scary.
Yeah.
Imaginary characters.
Which is funny when he says that because he's with a black person and a Hispanic woman.
He's not talking about them, right?
You mentioned Mike Starr. Roger Reese. He was the priest.
Oh, yeah.
A really British guy. He's from
Cheers.
Yeah, in West Wing. Gerald, old boy.
I feel like he died in the last 10 years.
That might be the case.
Could be wrong.
Our boy Fisher Stevens.
Yeah.
Not in brownface? What?
Do you like him?
I kind of do, but I think he was in Mario, I think.
Mario?
Yeah, the Super Mario Brothers movie. The original one.
Okay. Is he?
I think so.
I like him. He was recently on, in the last 2 years, he was on WTF, and he was a real good guest and really likable. I enjoyed it a lot.
And then finally, Danny Glover's wife, Ellen, his wife.
Yeah, in real life?
She's Peppa.
Oh, and the flashback thing?
Yeah.
That's Peppa? From Salt and Peppa? She's too young to be married to Danny Glover.
Not at this point. She would have probably been in her 40s.
He's in his 50s.
And?
Okay.
And that's it. So obviously there's no trivia for this movie that I thought was even worth mentioning.
Oh, but there was some?
Just like Spike Lee's in it. Or these two people are in a different movie together type bullshit. They did say, though, that the film was edited by Susan E. Morse, and it was the first film that she had edited since Miracles in 1986 to be directed by someone other than Woody Allen. Woody Allen's editor edited this movie.
I got a little twisted there, and I was like, wait, what is he telling me?
I know.
Do you want to, can we do the shots? I'm hot because I've been running that dehumidifier. This snaky bitch has been peeing over there.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He goes out all the time. I don't know why he's peeing. You know why he's peeing?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I don't.
Nice.
Boy, this is...
either.
Oh, this is awesome. Okay.
You got the other brand? Okay, I got the Banana Burst.
Oh, word. We're bursting, boys.
That's right. Ellen Burstyn was her mom.
Boys, yeah. You know, dude, I just saw her on an episode of Perry Mason. And she was so young.
Yeah.
I was like, I know those eyes. How do I know this woman? And then I was like, oh, it's Ellen Burstyn.
Very dope.
From 58 or something.
I was just thinking about her the other night. She's not that old, though, right?
She's probably in her 80s.
She's 92.
Wonder who I'm thinking of.
The mom from Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, that's not who I'm thinking of.
It's Ellen Burstyn.
Who am I thinking of? Couldn't even tell you.
God, she's so pretty.
When is that from?
Oh, I don't know. Probably the 90s.
There's this sultry lady who reminds me of Rebecca De Mornay. She was in like a black and white movie back in like 2010, 2011 about being an actress. Like she was famous for quite a while. Can't remember her fucking name right now. But that movie that she was in 2010, 2011 also has the lady from Girl 6 in it.
Oh.
And that's why I came across it. I was like, oh yeah, that thing. Is that good? Reviews are iffy. And I was like, I'd like to watch that someday.
The movie is called Shit Year, starring Ellen Barkin, another older, classic Hollywood beauty.
She could have had it all.
About the right time to roll to me.
You know what's an even better time? You hit me with that synopsis.
But we got to do our shots.
Oh, right. Mine's open. Where's yours?
Mine's open too.
Let's do it. God.
Yeah, bananas.
Oh, my God. What was your flavor?
Bananas.
Oh, shit.
Do you know what I like the most about bananas?
That they're, I don't know.
They're in pajamas. Well, Jules, you should get off your seat and jump around because it's time to talk about 3 a.m. Driving a cab in New York can be a tough racket, but it's made all the more tough when there is a killer on the loose targeting hacks. But a fare is a fare, so the assorted collection of cabbies, including grizzled old-timer Hershey, Danny Glover, accident-prone Rasha, Sergei Trifunovich, and the truly psychotic Salgado, Michelle Rodriguez, who also doubles as the mechanic, to brave these mean streets in chaotic time to help Lady Luck Cab Company's owner to keep the lights on and the engines running. In the city that never sleeps, where will you be at 3 a.m.? Do you like Sarita Choudhury?
I do.
She's in that Fallout. I didn't realize she was the lady in Mississippi Masala with Denzel.
I never saw that.
Denzel. I didn't either, but like that's one of his very early, hey, look at that man. Hey, he's real handsome, isn't he?
Howdy doody. I like it da booty. So this movie, it's interesting.
Is it?
It's got a little bit of that Summer of Sam thing going on.
Yeah.
Where there's a killer on the loose, targeting a very specific group of people. And the movie opens up and Danny Glover's just being Danny Glover, you know. There's a bomb in my toilet.
Yeah.
If I don't poop fast enough, it's going to explode.
Isn't it farts? Don't you have to give it? Was it poops? I thought it was farts.
Maybe it was farts. It's a decibel bomb. And he's talking to Aasif, who's just like, yo, man, I'm going to go get some fares. And he's like, word it up. He gets into his cab and he picks up a guy and the guy's smoking and he's just like, you can't smoke in here. And he's like, I'm doing it anyways.
That's Aasif, right? You're talking about?
Yeah. And he goes, all right, man, get out of my fucking cab. And he pulls over and he turns around and the guy's got a gun in his face. And he kills him.
You see his blood? It goes all over the windshield, Julian.
Where else does it go, Jason?
On the inside of the windshield. I just was going to talk about how the wipers are going outside and they don't get the blood off. It reminds me of dipshit from The Crow. Where else does the blood go?
Onto a picture.
Oh, of his kids?
Him and his child.
Yeah.
Together. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Because it comes up later.
Okay.
So he's dead. And everybody's like, whoa, is me. The city is just too much.
This is 7,000 cab drivers have been murdered in the last 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. No. 12 in the last week.
Is it a week only?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, that's still 12 people, Jason. Don't be so callous.
Well, no, I thought it would have been spread out over at least like a month. 12 in a week.
Yeah,
is crazy.
Yeah, 12 in a
It's
week is absolutely insane.
Sometimes I kill 3 people in a night.
Or maybe it's 12 total and it's like 4 or 5 this week. I don't know. But so
do you think you'd kill more than one cab driver a night?
You probably could.
You could, but I mean,
only
be
at
like,
the beginning.
I would think you would just kill one and then be like, well, I better get home for the night and try again tomorrow.
No, I think you can do, if you're going to do a couple, it's got to be right in the beginning.
Okay.
Because you do one and they show up just like, oh, there's a cab murder.
You don't even need to kill them. What you can do is you can bring them to your basement. You could take their driver's license and their social security card.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it like you're able to do it. I always try to lead into that joke and I can't.
But I appreciate you bringing it back.
Yeah.
So Danny Glover's dating
Pam
Grier, whose name is Georgia Ray or something.
Jackie Foxy.
But they keep calling her George. Mm-hmm. And she works at the most diner of all diners with Mike Starr.
Who, honestly, at a certain point, it seems like he gets there, he opens it and closes it, like gets to sleep 4 hours in between.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of feels like that's his place and he's going to die soon.
Yeah, because it's like 4 a.m. when he's ushering people out.
Are you sure it isn't 3 a.m.?
Oh.
I was trying to figure out, like, when is that time? Why is it
Yeah, it
called
doesn't
that?
seem to ever be of importance.
This movie doesn't always take place at 3 a.m.
It never tells you what time it is anyways.
It never builds to 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it called 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
It could be called Night Drive.
Yeah, there should have. Yeah, you're correct. There should be some sort of underlying thing. Maybe a dispatcher calls out everybody at 3 a.m. Hey, it's 3 a.m. Y'all still awake? You know, and they.
Is this like a DJ?
Yeah, hey man, go pick up this fare. But y'all awake? I play the jazz piano.
Oh no, Billy D. Williams, you get the fuck out of here.
Ah!
You take some giant steps out of my
I
house.
was just possessed.
Okay.
By the ghost of William Diedrich Billy.
He's alive.
Is he?
It's Carl Weathers.
Oh, that's right. He is alive. Jesus Christ. I saw him in that Star Wars. But so she's like, yeah, man, I don't want you working there anymore. And he's like, no, it's totally cool. She goes, okay, whatever. But we're going to go dancing later. And he's like, yeah, word is bond. And then there's that French guy from Ghost Dog in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't come up till a little bit later, though. I think you see him, but you're like, okay, I see him, but what's going on?
This movie.
It sucks.
Did you say this movie sucks?
It does way too much and doesn't build up any of it.
Yeah, it's like if this was like a good script, I think you could have this cast of characters and remove the murder and the stupid shit, and it'd probably be super awesome.
Which is interesting because when they absolutely remove the murder from the movie until it comes back up at the very end, it's like something's happening.
Yeah.
You know, but so there's the first murder. Pam Grier is worried. He leaves her. She's working for Mike Starr. He's pissed. Paul Calderone comes in.
Mm-hmm.
He's some sort of a guy.
Isn't he
MTA or...
He's not like a construction dude?
No, because he's got a specific thing on and a vest. I feel like it's like he works for like, I don't know. What do they call that? Port of Authority or something.
Okay.
Or he's a meter guy or something. I don't know.
Okay. He's
a cable installing guy.
I kind of don't like him. He sort of seems a little sweet, but he's too aggressive.
Far too aggressive.
It's off-putting.
Very off-putting, especially when he comes back.
Yeah.
At the very end.
Oh, that part I thought, like when he like, does he steal that money out of her hands and he's like real aggressive?
He doesn't steal it, but he does grab her.
That's not, you don't do that.
No, and Danny Glover should have burst in. Get your hands off my woman. Should have been like, oh my God.
I'm going to put you on a toilet that explodes.
Yeah. I got plenty of them. Hey, mate, don't do it.
I feel like you're Mel Gibson.
I am.
I feel like that character could have been a sweet hero of a guy.
Yeah.
If he had not been a creep. If he had just been like a nice guy that was very clear he had a crush on her, but was not aggressive, but was like complimentary and built her up, but not in a gross way.
He should have had far fewer lines where he's throwing out compliments so that it feels genuine.
Yeah, can't you just be genuine and like smile and, you know.
But he's just
like,
there.
Yeah.
Right? But then later, after there's a falling out and she comes to help him out, and he just goes, why don't you sit down? Take a load off. You know?
Yeah. That sounds great.
And
this is why we are going to be able to date any of these women that we talk about on this show.
Truth be told, I don't think Paul would be capable of that performance.
You don't think so? You don't think he's a good actor?
I don't. I think he's an okay actor in certain things, but being genuine does not strike me as one of them.
He's kind of good in clockers, though.
You see, Victor always wanted to make this place like somebody's home. And he treated everybody with respect.
Yeah, that was totally awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know, being like...
Oh, genuine and full of warmth. He can't pull a
so.
Ryota.
So, you know, he goes, there's a Serbian guy or a Bosnian guy, and he drives the cab, Rasha.
Yeah.
And his boys are like, don't take Hispanics and blacks. It'll be safe. But he's terrible at driving.
Yeah, he's
gotten into 5 accidents in the first week.
He's a distracted dickhead.
And Box is the owner. She's pissed at him. When Michelle Rodriguez comes in late, she docks her $180.
$180? That's almost my whole night.
And then doesn't let her work?
No, she says you can work, but
she says, give me your keys.
Oh, maybe that's why she's working on cars.
Jules thinks she asked for the keys and docked the money because Michelle Rodriguez was an hour and a half late returning the cab from her shift the night before.
But she takes a wad of cash out and gives her $180.
Yeah, it's too much.
Just, here you go. I continue to work now. It's like, whoa. She goes, other people charge half as much. But she's having money problems. Her dad died and left her the cab business.
Are you going outside?
Are you leaving?
Jenny? I just need you to not be Jack. Okay. Are you Jack? Okay.
She'll eventually lean on her brother.
I did want to talk about Sarita Choudhury real quick.
Please.
I feel like apparently she's got a little pedigree of being in that Mississippi Masala.
Okay.
She's got a little run early on. I feel like I started seeing her recently in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Like she's in the new Fallout series and she's a very important figure in that.
Okay.
She was in like Homeland. She's in a handful of things recently.
Okay.
She is gorgeous in
I
this.
did, it's interesting because I don't know if I know her, but I feel like I do.
Yeah.
And I did not recognize her at first. And I'm thinking, then I'm like, oh, wait, no, she's definitely, yeah. That one actress whose name escapes me even now, even though you just said it. But she's tough as nails, though.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got a wall that only goes up about 5 feet, and there's a door
I didn't know
to her office. You could see over the door, but you still have to open it.
That's pretty stupid.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like a frosted glass door, like they paint law professor or whatever on the.
I do find that the people who are good actors in this,
Mm-hmm.
their storylines are interesting somewhat.
Yeah.
And then the people who are not, it is not.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Have you ever, and do you now, think that Michelle Rodriguez is a good actor?
Oh my God, she's so terrible. The level of glowering, I had to double check that I was using that word and pronouncing it right.
Mm-hmm.
It's glowering the movie. She is always scowl, angry, looking down the
Here's the
entire
deal.
time. I hate it.
Here's the deal.
Yes. Does it seem like Jenny's just hanging out at the top of the stairs?
Oh, I
Did
don't
you hear
know.
her open the door?
I didn't. I
Are you
can't
just-
hear. I
Are you
have
hanging
headphones
out at
on.
the top of the stairs like a creep?
I don't hear her.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's all right. But
You love her then?
I do. But she's a terrible actor.
It's just awful.
Just awful.
Do you think she's maybe, possibly, probably better now? This is very
No,
early.
because I've seen her in
career.
Fast movies.
Well, you might want to see her outside of that to judge her. Because Fast,
In
you,
what?
you beat. Yeah, I don't know.
She doesn't need to do anything except Fast movies.
What do you think? Girl Fight was
People are
probably
like, this is
98 or 99.
revelatory? Her performance. I never saw it. So, but then I'm just thinking, well, shit, she's got to be the bomb.
I feel like her and America Ferrera showed up within the same 1.5 year period.
Yeah.
And people were like, this performance. One of them, good actor.
Yeah.
The other one, no.
No, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad for her.
Dude, she's doing fine for somebody who's a terrible actress or actor. I don't. We say actor. She's doing great being in these stupid pieces of shit like Fast and the Furious.
Well, yeah, she latched onto that. And the same thing with Tyrese. That dude's the absolute worst. But
Yeah.
he's got a career for the rest of his
right.
dumb
So
life.
they have a bunch of money and they weren't talented. It's not like it didn't work out for them and they had to do something else.
No, and I mean, good for them.
You're sad that she's not a good actress.
I am, because every time I see her, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, this just is bad.
Yeah. I was like, oh, Michelle Rodriguez, that outfit, she looks terrible.
Yeah, it's just
like, has she got like a spike collar on or something, like a diamond studded, like very punk look?
I don't know.
Something
She's
going
got
on
short or high cut, cropped off jeans
She's got like
and some sort of a vest.
yeah, she's got like a real tough guy.
She got a gun?
street punk,
Yeah.
crust punk.
So basically, the guy sucks at driving. He keeps fucking up. She tells him to be cool. He goes, "Oh, you are pretty nice." But he had to flee from his hometown because they shot up everything.
Yeah.
And maybe his kid, but he seems to think his kid is still alive.
Yeah, I mean, he had to flee into the night. It's
Then
quite.
they
It's
throw him on
actually
the floor and grrr.
it's sad and upsetting, right? Like
Yeah.
he talks about driving 90 miles down a single lane road in the middle of the night with the lights off, knowing that any second a truck full
Come
of men
over the
with
hill and
guns
fuck you up,
are
yeah.
gonna be coming at you and they're gonna kill you.
coming at you.
Like Cleopatra, wouldn't you just like gun that truck into the army truck so you all die? But then it's like, what's the point even? Because like the idiots in the other truck, it's all part of the same idiot
Well, who was
machine.
driving that truck? He just jumped into the back.
I mean, his
brother?
He's a clone. It's like Moon.
Oh.
That's why they were there, to exterminate him before they spread.
So the boss is like, yo, if you damage another car, you're out. And he's driving and he runs into the back of a car because he's looking at a girl or something.
He's an idiot.
Just smashes the shit out of his car. Mm-hmm. And the guy gets out of his cab. It's like the other car's a cab. I didn't mention that. He comes out and he goes, oh, what the fuck? And he goes up to his door, at which point Rasha just opens the door and hits him in his genitals. Mm-hmm. And then gets out and proceeds to savagely beat him up.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you ran into him. Mm-hmm. He was yelling, but he had yet to present himself as a threat.
Hey, man, would you have to wake up in the middle of the night and hop in the back of a truck and race down a single lane road at 100 miles an hour, knowing that,
No, he got me there.
Yeah, then, you're going to have to hit that guy in the balls and beat him to death.
I was wondering what happened to that drawer. Is that Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, enough said. So he flees. And then there's like a little bit of a comedy running thing where he keeps seeing the guy. And he goes,
does it happen more than once?
Yeah, he sees him when he gets stopped during the routine stop. Could have sworn he sees him again. And then they're driving next to each other. Now,
I notice you use the word comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think this movie knows about comedy. There's no laughs to be had.
Danny Glover tells Pam Grier, he's like, look, I can't actually go tonight. I got to work a double. I need that cheddar.
What does he need the money for?
I don't know. And how much is it actually going to be?
Yeah, if...
Like, you know what they should have said? 3 a.m.'s the gold hour.
Oh, that'd be good. Something to make it important.
Bar closing? I don't know.
He's old.
Yeah.
Too old for this shit.
He's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason you suddenly have to pick up a double to make your life work, it's not a good job. It seems like it is actually a good job for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's dangerous, but they're making good living. Why is he doing a double? Why is he fucking over Pam Grier? I don't think he needs the money. I don't understand.
Here's the thing. At some point in the movie, he picks up Spike Lee, who I think is supposed to be Spike Lee.
Yeah, they call him the director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Spike Lee goes, hang on a moment. You got a ring on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm questioning you about it, and you're divulging that you used to play for the Knicks.
I do remember you missed those 2 big free throws against Philly, Game 5. Correct, though?
We won the game, though.
Yeah, no thanks to you. Thank God for Dick Barnett and Walt Frazier.
And he goes, oh, shit, you're Hershey Riley. And he goes, goddamn right. He's like, man, I didn't know you ever got off that toilet. And so he's like, how much for the ring? I'll buy it. And he goes, it's not for sale, brother.
It's crazy. You tried to buy his.
It's a little rude.
Yeah. Why would you do that? That's
Super
like, I don't
rude.
value you as a person. Just give me that.
Should have been like, hey, let me take you out for a steak dinner some night.
Yeah.
And then you roofie him and take the ring.
Right. Or just, it's like he's trying to collect a people zoo, Like he's like,
Yeah.
I'm rich. you're not a person to me.
Yeah. In
Give me
fact,
my people
give me
zoo.
your social security.
Mm-hmm. Driver's license.
Exactly. Your mother's maiden name.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Spike Lee, and he goes to the game or whatever.
Go Knicks!
Okay. Can we talk about Spike for a minute?
I hope we
Which
do,
is what
because
we were
that's
reviewing.
really...
I really liked him in this. I found this to be the least wooden he is in anything.
Yeah.
For some reason, like, why is he not thinking about all the other things happening on his own movies, trying to like deliver his dialogue with justice? I don't really think that's it. There's a looseness to him. Maybe it's just he gets to show up and do whatever he wants.
I think
just
that's
read the
exactly what
lines.
it is. He's the producer, one of the producers of this film. But by and large, it could be that he wasn't really involved at all.
Yeah.
Right? Except for this. And he just shows up and it's just him hanging out with Danny Glover. Maybe he knows DG in real life.
Yeah, maybe this is the only time they got to hang out.
Yeah, maybe.
He's loose. I like
Yeah.
it. He's a little bit of a dick of a character, but he's also
It feels like there isn't a script also.
okay.
I mean, a loose script, but it feels like Spike's just kind of like, loosely just doing his thing.
Other than being disrespectful to Danny Glover, he's also respectful to him as a human somewhat. Like, other than, like, trying to snag that ring, there's a nice rapport between them, him being a powerful director and Danny Glover being a cab driver.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. I liked it.
Do you think this may have been better if it just focused more on them driving the cabs?
The cab drivers?
Yeah.
Instead of like being out and having things happen?
Yeah, like they're like it's always a Fisher Stevens or a Spike Lee moment.
Yeah.
Or a Tretch moment. They each get one, but
they already make those movies. I was been thinking about them since I watched this.
Sure, but
there's
I mean,
Night on Earth, the Jarmusch movie. There's a movie called Hellcab. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but I don't think it's anything scary.
Yeah.
I think they just call it that. It's also just a cab driver driving around picking up interesting character actors.
I think the problem is that we follow probably too many characters intimately because it gives nobody time to breathe. Because it's just like, because he shows up like, George, I can't take you out. And all of a sudden, she's like, this is the last straw. You're like, we don't know your relationship well enough. We've seen you once before, and it seemed like y'all were totally fine.
We didn't really need to hang out with her, huh?
I guess not, but she just flips out, and then Mike Starr fires her. Georgia, clear out. It's your last night. She goes, God damn.
Because there's too much commotion.
But then
with
she's
him.
back, so maybe he's just joking. Because she sees that French guy, and he drew everybody terribly.
What? No, those pictures are amazing, but it's ridiculous to think he's done that tonight. You didn't think those were all great?
I thought Danny Glover was good.
I thought they were all very interesting to look at.
Danny Glover shows up earlier when Paul's putting his moves on her. He's got flowers, and he sees them through the window, and he just shrinks, drops the flowers, and leaves like a fucking loser. Allahu.
Sahar.
Yeah. But the French guy, he was there long enough for the French guy to draw him.
Yeah. This movie is, I feel like this is so many of these pay channel movies. They just kind of cranked them out. And it's serviceable. And honestly, it's kind of fine.
Yeah.
It's not good, but it's fine. It's not a miserable watch, but you do realize that about half of this movie is a complete waste of your time.
Except all of a sudden, 3 things happen that are just incredibly severe. The first one is when Michelle Rodriguez is driving Tretch and the other guy. And she drops them off without any fanfare, doesn't insult them even though they're relentlessly hitting on her.
Right.
And then they and their friend group insinuate that, we should just gang rape this woman.
Yeah.
And the guy even does like a weird power move when he's giving her the bear.
And he's the respectable one. And he has not respected her this entire campaign.
No.
Even though he is the more reasonable
Because
of
his
the
friend
two.
just got out of jail.
Yeah.
So he's like, we're going to get fucking rowdy. But
Why
she has a gun.
Why does she let them get out without paying?
That's just
don't
how you
keep
did
the
back then.
doors locked until they hand the cash up?
Back then, they would get out and then they would give you the money.
Why would anybody ever do that? I bet you now they just rip you off left and right, but you
Yeah.
got Ubers, so.
Well, yeah, because in after hours, he had to put the money in the tray before the guy would even go.
Or you get blasted with the knockout gas.
Yeah. But the second thing is that the guy who's a terrible driver meets the guy who he viciously assaulted.
And they have
They have a hot rod race.
Yeah, but it's also
They're smashing into each other.
It's a Mad Max battle. With the
Yeah,
cars.
it's fucking insane. And then he
Runs over like a 10-year-old
questionably
boy.
drives into or just close to a boy because he lives and smashes a fire hydrant. And the guy goes, "You're fucking dead, man. You killed the boy.
Why is he so
Get my lawnmower blade." And he just goes, "Fuck, I'm out of here." And he just runs the fuck to hell, you know.
And they play that song?
They do. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Chariots of Fire.
No.
Oh.
You're born music.
Oh.
Isn't there words too?
As hope travels, the man in road. I seen a lot of phrases.
That's what I was looking for.
There, you got it.
You did that. So it makes me think you're doing your born thing.
And he just runs away. And the third thing, he ropes Danny Glover into helping him by omitting the fact that he ran over a child.
Yeah.
Because I believe in the firmest, deepest cores of my heart that if he would have told Danny Glover why he needs a ride to the airport to flee the country, Danny Glover would have been like, no, I'm going to turn you in.
Yeah, you're a child killer?
You killed a child.
You can't. That's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah. It completely undermines this character.
Yeah.
And he's ran over a child, and then he's just like, I'm just going to leave the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some total, frat boy bullshit. And it's despicable of this character.
Yeah.
But he doesn't tell Danny Glover that. He just says, I did something really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, okay, well, I'll take you to the airport. Reluctantly.
Why would you even do that, though, if he's like, I did something really bad? Like, would you be like, so you raped somebody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to know what it is first, because depending on what it is, by driving him to the airport, you're aiding and abetting a criminal.
Yeah. Well, not even the morals. I was thinking more like morally, but...
Well, obviously morally, but legally. Because if it's just like, I smashed the cab and I ran into a wall.
I took this girl's driver's license and her social security card.
Got
fucked, Brandy. I'm fucked.
My cousin Roman got me involved in the crime scene.
What's that?
GTA 4.
Oh, come on.
I'm Nico Bellic. I got paid scales to do this voice acting. But Danny Glover reluctantly helps him. However,
like snake scales?
Yeah, come on. Peanuts. Michelle Rodriguez picks up Fisher Stevens.
Yeah.
And we come to find, there's a weird scene where she's talking to like a soothsayer or some sort of a psychic.
Yeah.
And she goes, my mother turned me out, man. And he was just laughing.
That's her dad?
No, her mother takes her out to the street and makes her 2 Johns.
Okay.
And that was her first time. And it was with some big fat lardo.
He's just sitting on the toilet shitting and laughing at her. He's shitting, right? I mean, if you're sitting on the toilet, I pee sitting down. But this guy...
No, he's a shitter.
He's doing big, sloppy, stinky dumps. He just doing shits.
The psychic goes, you must leave.
You scared me.
You frightened me, child.
She just had a stroke?
Yeah. She just ate a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
She's having milk. She's fucked. Mm-hmm. And so much, Michelle Rodriguez apparently has a Sith Lord backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Tú quieres creer que estoy loca, pero yo sé lo que en verdad te da terror. Y si no lo estoy.
Because now she picks up Fisher Stevens and his eyes glowing, and he's the devil.
There's like there's an aura around him now.
Like the constant fly buzzing sound effect, you mean?
No, I mean there is like a color shift like around his head. The fly buzzing is stupid.
Yes.
The eye flickers are pretty stupid.
They're effective because they're practical.
The warping is awful.
Yeah.
But like just that aura, I was like, I could buy this. If you didn't lean into all these other things so hard, by the time his face starts bending and twisting, I was like, you ruined it.
The idea of it is interesting. Mm-hmm. And if they had executed it properly.
But Michelle Rodriguez was a good actress, and this movie had a good script.
Yeah, and also that it didn't just end up with her taking him out of the car and trying to kill him.
Yeah, it's sad.
Because she's like, you're the man that raped me.
Well, I don't think that's it.
He's swimming through all of you. That's what she
spirit
says.
Of evil, yeah. It's the monster from Fallen.
Mm-hmm. The priest.
Yeah.
He's dope.
Yeah.
He's smoking.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a child killed or something.
She was shot by cowards. Men with guns who lined up behind 5 Muslim children in a field and then ordered the children to run. Whoever could outrun the bullets would be free. Well, only the little girl made it to the hospital.
Cut off her hands or whatever.
That story's pretty good.
She was in a prison gang and had to bite her fingers off.
No. No. She is in their hospital after the soldiers do something terrible to her. And then eventually...
No, they killed everybody, but not her. But then the soldier comes over and cuts off her fingers.
Just one finger.
One finger.
The thing he's really upset about it, and she's like, hey, it's cool, dude. I lied about which hand is my dominant hand. Mm-hmm. This pinky doesn't matter at all.
But so then with Fisher Stevens, she just gets flipped out. She's a psychotic. She's fucked up in her brain. She's got all sorts of things going on. She's probably a member of Antifa. And she just fucking pulls out her gat and just She thinks she kills, but she shoots him in the chest. Fisher Stevens.
He's dead.
And she no, because he's not there. No, he is dead. That's right. So she drags him to the reeds.
Yeah. Do you not see her drag him to the reeds? Because I thought he was behind the car. Okay.
You do. Do you recognize those reeds?
Is it from Heat?
I'm pretty sure, maybe, but I'm pretty sure it's from The Godfather. That section where they kill that guy and then you can see the Statue of Liberty off in the distance. There's just tall growing reeds. And it's on the way to the airport.
Wait, this isn't Heat then. Heat's in L.A., right? Heat's not in New York.
Oh, it is in L.A. Yeah.
This movie's in Nyack.
Narc.
Jack's definitely awake if she went upstairs.
Yeah, so she pulls him and hides him, and then all of a sudden her car won't start, and Danny Glover pulls up with the guy he's taken to the airport, and they fix it. The thing is, she's a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
So why isn't she able to fix her car?
Too upset from being a murderer?
I guess, because so then Danny Glover fixes it.
She killed that fat man on the toilet, right?
No, she's been searching for him her whole life.
Fuck off, this movie's stupid.
And then the Serbian guy's like, I think I killed a kid. And she goes, I killed someone too. And they laugh because they're twisted.
It's pretty hot, right?
So then Danny Glover takes him to the hospital or the airport.
Taking lives is good.
Yeah. I thought they were going to do that.
Yeah.
He takes homeboy to the airport. He buys an airplane ticket using cash. Nobody's the wiser. He thinks the police are onto him. He's in the shitter. And the guy comes in and he opens up the door because he's looking at all of the stalls. And he's standing there in the handicap stall. He goes,
"You done or what?
This is the only one with toilet paper."
I hate that.
Yeah, like he just barge into a fucking John and kick a guy out. And he goes, "Hey, your newspaper."
He didn't really talk like this.
And he goes, "Oh, hey, you fucking newspaper." Yeah. I gave her a slap in the mouth. It's Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
From his famous bit.
He's funny.
Slap in the mouth.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, remember that movie we saw him in?
Oh, no.
That one guy's comedy movie? Charlie. Keith Gordon's in it.
Keith Gordon's in it and Andrew Dice Clay?
Yeah, the guy does the comedy bit on the campus. He plays Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, is Andrew Dice Clay in that?
He's the one, "Hey, what you doing?" He puts him in the garbage can.
I don't need
I got plenty of watches,
Hey, look,
man.
why don't you just take a walk, okay? I'm not in the mood for this, okay?
Well, what's your problem,
hey, I'm
man?
sick and tired of guys like you doing this stuff to me, all right? Why don't you, I got my own
What am I
problems.
doing to you, man?
What do you mean, what are you doing to me? I got my own problems, all right? I got a dog that's got BD and don't hurt to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Did he really? Oh, Charlie, what's his name?
Charlie Hunan.
No. Charlie Barnett.
Barnett. I kept thinking Kaufman. I like that.
No, that's like I was like, is he and I'm thinking of ending things? No, it's Charlie Barnett's Terms of Enrollment.
So he leaves the country scot-free. And then it turns out the kid isn't dead, but it's still, a crime. Flee. Michelle Rodriguez, she drops her gun in Danny Glover's car, unbeknownst to her. And Danny Glover picks up the killer, unbeknownst to him. And here's the thing. I didn't think he was the actual killer.
I thought he was just a robber.
Exactly.
Just a dickhead.
So Danny Glover, when he goes, "Give me the money box under the seat," reaches over, he finds this gun he doesn't know was in there. And instead of just shooting through the seat as you're leaned down, he sits up and he's facing the guy whose gun is in his face. And they both shoot.
That'd be pretty good shooting through that seat.
Yes.
I'm going to empty half the bullets right now.
Shoot it where you think he is.
And then I'm going to pop around over here, not be where he thinks I'll be.
Put your hand up and shoot.
You really want to make sure you at least... one of those bullets really has to get
That
him.
gun at least has 7 bullets in it.
7?
Yeah.
Why 7?
That's just a little fucking... I don't even know, 25?
Why would it be an odd number?
It's not an odd... I mean, that's how guns are.
Aren't they usually like 6?
The variance in the amount of bullets that they hold.
For some reason, like 7 or 9 sounds crazy to me. It seems like it should be 4, 6, 8, 10.
Well, maybe it's 6, but there's 1 in the chamber.
Oh.
That's how you get around that, Jason.
Okay.
But he lives. This is the weird thing. He pops up. They're face to face. Their guns are clearly pointed at one another. Boom. 1 shot each outside of the car. Now it cuts to some point thereafter.
This is the worst shit in the world.
Pam Grier, who's working again.
Yep.
2 cops come in.
Oh, man, they got to tell her that Danny Glover's dead.
"Miss Georgia, are you Miss Georgia, whatever your name is?" She goes, "Yeah." Then all of a sudden, Danny Glover comes in.
Mm-hmm. Did he pay them to do this? Does this, like, they're so pumped he killed the killer that they're like, yeah, we'll do that? It
Do
makes
what,
no sense.
though?
No, it's only in service of making her think and us think he's
That
dead.
he's dead.
When you, as soon as it passes, you're like, that makes no sense.
Because even if his cab's a crime scene, so maybe they're just giving him a ride.
Yeah.
But why would they?
They wouldn't. There's no
They would
explanation
just be
for
like,
this.
all right, here's where you wanted us to take you.
I like that we're
Get
both
the fuck out of the car.
instantly like, yeah. Even if they came into the restaurant, they're not going to do that.
Which they sit.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, they're eating. But why would they need
wouldn't. Nope.
to say
Nope.
her name and give her the impression that doom has occurred?
Unless the only way this would make sense. Check it out with completely different dialogue.
Give it to me.
Georgia? Oh man, Danny Glover's dead. What? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Here he comes in.
Or, oh, you
They're
must
friends now.
Or, oh, you must be Georgia. This guy won't shut up about you.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's very, very, very bad.
Georgia.
Because
I'm trying to do Danny Glover.
Because she has absolutely no idea what's happened. So the cops come in and you're thinking, oh shit, he's dead. And then he comes in.
What's up with your voice? Why are you going through puberty?
I'm like, I don't know, choked up or something. I'm fired up.
You're real worried Danny Glover actually died.
So then they leave and they close up. And then Paul rolls up,
Yeah.
knocks on the door. Hey, Mike Starr.
The window.
Was Georgia. Yeah, the window. He's got flowers.
She went home.
She left. What? We didn't make a plan, but I'm supposed to be meeting her.
That was a good sound of it.
He's like, I'm Mike Starr. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't.
Leave. I got to go have sex with Adrian Brody's mom.
Yeah, Patty LaPone.
And so he's just like, fuck.
I sing to her.
It's like, dude, you're a loser.
Yeah.
She didn't agree to meet you thereafter when you made your weird proposal.
I don't even think she's in like her 50s in this movie too.
Oh yeah. This is 3 years after Jackie Brown. When was Jackie Brown? 99?
Maybe 2. When did this come out? Yeah, Jackie Brown's 99.
Yeah, so 2 years. Yeah. 2001 is when this came out. They probably filmed it roughly right after Jackie Brown.
Yeah. Is she old?
Yeah.
I don't know that he's that old. Yeah, okay, so that wraps up
This
Paul,
is...
what's his name? Paul Calderon? What's his name?
7 years after Predator 2? Yeah, Paul Calderon.
For Danny Glover?
Yeah. Was that
Bigelow?
95?
Predator?
2.
It was not 90. Are you crazy? Predator 2 was probably like 92 or 93.
Okay.
It is not anywhere near 95.
93 is not anywhere near 95.
I don't feel like it is. I would say it's like 92. It might even be 91, bro.
Dude, you're angering me. 93 is like 2 years before. Why won't my phone work?
But like 95 is the year of Pulp Fiction. It is not the year of Predator 2.
But even still, 2 years is not like
I mean, kind of.
other side of a decade.
Yeah, I guess. It seems...
No, okay, 1990. Now that's
Ooh.
greatly removed from
Okay.
1995.
Thank you.
But
I'm angry now.
so he goes
1994 is not 1995, Julian.
Yeah, no,
you idiot. That is a world of difference.
You know what else, though?
I'm being funny. That's the year of the Matrix.
So he goes to a church with Pam Grier. And he goes, God damn it, I almost died tonight.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, oh, word. And we still don't know that he actually killed the killer.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking this is a life-altering moment. But
he's actually dead. This is the afterlife.
yeah, because after the first killing in the movie, they never mention or are afraid of this killer again. I don't feel like she's worried it's Tretch. It's obviously not the priest.
Uh-huh.
Every time I see a fair, I think, oh, this is interesting if this is who it is. But it's not. And he kills a guy who doesn't feel like the killer. But then he proposes to her and she goes, no, ask me again. But when you did it again just now, I mean like later. When you aren't coming off of an erection from being almost killed.
Yeah.
And killing a man.
He's eating cheeseburgers, saying it's the best meal he's ever had in his life.
Mm-hmm. He's eating
Her butt, saying it's...
quarter pounder Royales.
Oh.
Not cheeseburgers.
That's true.
Then the radio on the news, though, goes, or whatever, they're like, yeah, the taxi cab killer has been killed by a taxi cab driver.
Well, he said that he shot at me, I shot at him, he missed, I didn't.
Right,
He
but
says that too. Okay.
then the news is
I thought you were revealing
confirms.
it.
No, he does say that, because she's all like, oh my God, Hershey. And Michelle Rodriguez is walking down the street
She seems like she's going to be a homeless crazy
She's like,
lady.
oh man, like this with her arms.
Because now the fly sounds are following her.
But then the news goes, in other news, a man was found dead in the reeds.
A businessman outside airport.
Here's the thing, though. It's 2001.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to take the gun that Donald Glover used
to
kill the killer.
Oh, poor Danny
And they're going to
Glover.
take the bullet out of
Fisher Stevens.
And they're going to log that.
And Danny Glover is going to go to jail for the rest of his life.
They're going to say, wait a second. These 2 bullets from these seemingly random murders. Yeah.
And Michelle Rodriguez isn't going to know any of this because she's living on the streets eating rats. She's gone full-blown psychotic.
You know where she's going to be living?
On the edge. Oh.
She can't help herself from falling.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm pretty sure that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, we never talked about Bobby Cannavale.
The entire side story with him, his friend finding money.
Yeah. And
then half of his face is blue.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Because he opened up the money and the dye pack blew up in his face.
Is that what was going on there?
Yeah, because here's the story real quick. His friend, a guy he picks up, he gives me like $100 and he left the briefcase. And he opened up the briefcase and it's full of like, what, $6, $7, $8 million?
In $100 bills?
You know, a briefcase can easily fit, what, 15 million?
We're doing this again.
But he goes, I'm going to turn it in because this doesn't feel right. Like, why would I pick up the guy? Why would he leave this money? And Bobby Cannavale's like, I'm going to pilfer this. He goes, man, it's all sequential. And there might be a dye pack. And he goes, I don't give a shit.
Oh, he does say something about a dye pack?
He does. So then when we see him drive up next to Donald Glover, and he's half blue with 2 Asian folk making out in the back, he goes, what happened to your face? Oh, don't worry about it. And then later, though...
Not just 2 people making out in the back, Julia?
No, they're specifically Asian because of the way they're kissing.
Oh.
It's very important.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of important, I said it would come back, and it does. So when Michelle Rodriguez is in the garage, the guy pulls up to give her his cab. He's kind of a jerk, right?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Kind of.
He walks away from the cab, and he throws some things in the garbage. What does he throw in the garbage,
Throws
Jason?
away that picture.
He throws away that picture. So you're like, is he the killer? No, there's not even enough there to even make you think that.
No, it's because it's the cab. They cleaned out the cab. Doesn't she like it's sticky in here? Like they didn't clean it up all the way?
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
That cab goes right back into circulation, man, even if you kill the guy in there.
That's brutal. Oh, the cab owner lady, her brother cuts a deal where if she doesn't pay the loan back in 6 months, the bank gets the cab company. She goes, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you going to do?
She already signed the contract.
Oh, and there's also a Chinese restaurant that has roaches.
God, that's so gross.
That is a thing, but doesn't really need to be because it goes nowhere.
I don't think that they would be like, oh, look at that big... I'm not doing the voice. Oh, look at that big fat roach.
Hello there. Look at this roach in my rice.
I feel like I'm starting to do a voice. And they just seal it up. That's so crazy. How about they do that shot from the bottom of the Chinese food container?
Here's what's even crazier. After Michelle Rodriguez goes back to yell at them about it.
She eats some more?
No, she sits down with them while they're eating. And she doesn't go, I was yelling because I found a roach.
I feel like everybody seems to kind of vaguely know that there's roaches. There's other people talking about it earlier.
That's true.
So fucking nasty.
It is nasty.
It's cheap or it's nearby? Why are they eating there?
Cheap, and it's open at 3 a.m. But they're in the news after the movie ends. They also go, in another news, 2 cab drivers brought forth a briefcase full of money.
And then
Bobby Cannavale goes, it's the right thing to do, man. Like, I'm an American patriot. He's Cheech Marin.
It's not him. It's the other guy.
The other guy, they're together.
Oh.
They talk.
But the other guy talks a lot.
He does. He has really curly hair. Looks good. Feels like a stoner, though.
He looks like he's got such little chubby little cheeks. little bulgy cheeks.
Yeah, he's like the other Totoro brother.
Yeah, he looks like a real adult man now with his gray hair.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like a nice, sharp man.
He finally made it.
He did.
The movie's over.
I'm too old for this shit.
This movie sucks.
It does suck. It's cheap. It's poorly made. It's an affront to all things pure, wasting this level. This is the sort of movie where every fucking 5 minutes you're like, how's that guy? How's that girl? How's that lady?
You like that, but it's been wasted in this movie?
Yeah, because they got nothing to do, and the movie's just like garbage.
It's not super boring, though.
Because there's so many plot points.
But I mean, man, I think about some of these movies we watch on here, and they are extremely boring. So movies that rock it along, I will give you an extra point for not making me want to die or fall asleep while I'm watching you. Just being disappointed that you're shit, but like still being able to watch it.
But
nice.
the fact that we overlooked Bobby Cannavale this whole time, he has a whole through line.
But he's only got like 3 scenes. Right?
And his friend has scenes without Bobby Cannavale.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's too much going on here.
I mean, this is before Bobby Cannavale was in much, though, right? That other guy was bigger than him.
But here's the thing. This movie is no worse than a lot of movies like it at the time.
For sure. This is a very specific type of movie that I feel like there was a lot of.
The problem is, it feels like this should have been a 1993 or 94 movie. And not a 2001 movie.
2001's a little bit
This
late.
movie cannot exist 2 years after the fucking Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Yeah.
But it does.
5.5.
10.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give this movie probably a 5.
Okay.
Not probably, specifically exactly a 5.
Okay. Yeah, I wrestled with this a little bit, but I think 5.5 is where I'm at.
There's a lot of people who can carry it for whatever it's worth.
There was a couple good, not even good. There's a couple better sequences, runs in this movie, surrounded by garbage.
There was an extremely nice little moment where Pam Grier is on to the French guy, but she doesn't know what it is. And so she walks away and then hops back, trying to catch a glimpse at what he's doing because he's sketching.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was incredibly nice, but completely unnecessary for this movie. Didn't deserve that.
No, we didn't even talk about
the French
Bosnian and his girlfriend.
Oh God!
I don't. We need to get. Well, I mean, it's so stupid. It's so weird when people really want to make a movie, but they don't have a good script.
I wonder what they did after this. Did you look? I didn't look.
I don't think much.
God, what if they directed like, I don't know, The Omen prequel?
They went back in time and directed Lionheart. Van Damme.
Fucking A.
That's wild.
Isn't it?
They did good.
Because they're from Time Cop.
Oh, they got that machine?
And now Time Cop has to go back. You shouldn't have altered the time.
Okay, you say 5.
Yeah,
I say 5.5.
What do you give Spike? 6?
Yeah, it's tricky. Like the character, he's not flat and wooden. That character doesn't do much.
No.
It's exciting to see him be loose, but it's misrepresenting it and making it sound like Spike is cutting loose. That's not what's happening.
It kind of loses points because he's technically just himself.
Sure.
You know, he's not embodying a character.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to give him a 6, though.
Okay. I'll give him a 6, too.
Okay.
So there you go. Spike. You can find us on Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, YouTube. Go to our link tree.
You can also call us at our hotline at 763-634-1897. You can also rate us and leave a review on specifically Apple Podcast.
Yep.
However, you could do it wherever you'd like. If you want to carve us into a picnic bench in John Grovefield Park.
Carve our faces?
Us. Recreate us.
That's super awesome.
Yeah.
I would really like if they sent us that picture.
Yeah, but if you do that, however, they will manifest as real people.
Oh my God.
And they'll come to find us.
What?
And we will have to fight ourselves to the death.
Would us?
Would us? Yeah, it's even crazier, right?
That's rough, dude. They're going to be powerful.
You could probably just light them on fire.
I mean, I'm sure they don't just go up like a piece of paper.
Just get some lighter fluid.
Hopefully they walk
Just
horribly.
always walk around with a mouth full of lighter fluid so you can spit it.
I feel like if they're wood people, they shouldn't move fluidly like us.
Hopefully, yeah.
Creaky and awful.
Hopefully they make noise.
Even that dog is not going to be helpful when they come into the house.
No.
Like, I know he will kill anybody that comes here to kill us. If they're wood people,
Yeah.
what's he going to bite a chunk of wood out before they kill him?
But to what effect?
Right.
Right? Because they don't have blood or anything in them.
Oh, it's not good. Please don't carve us into any wood. We don't need.
Yeah, I made a mistake there.
Yeah.
Mistake.
You really fucked up. That's scary.
However,
you need to get that out of this episode so it doesn't happen.
Do leave a review, and you can suggest a movie. Not 3, because it's under the same banner of a trilogy.
I need Harry Potter. I need Sorcerer's Stone. I need Deathly Hallows.
Unless it is the Fast filmography. If you leave that, we will watch it. All of them. Including Hobbs and Shaw. Because I'm a purist. And the animated shit, we got to play all the games. I was going
to ask you if we have to watch the Netflix show.
We have to wear the PJs.
What?
Yeah. But don't do that. Don't do that, but do at least like us.
Okay.
At the end of the day, however.
My nephew stopped doing his podcast.
Yeah, he's not about it. He's got a nice head of hair. I will give him that.
All right.
Yeah.
I've been Jason.
I've been Julian.
And we will see you.